Okay, today I'm predicting the San Francisco 49ers record. So looking at their roster, the offense is pretty much talented all around, especially the skills position players with guys like CMC, Debo, Ayuk. I am concerned about their offensive line. Other than Trent Williams, the rest of the offensive line is kind of shaky, but hopefully they can mask that. And then the defense, the Niners, they brought in some guys. I didn't realize, but they brought in some guys. Hargrave and Campbell might be old, but they'll still make an impact. And I think as long as Hufanga comes back and healthy, I think their secondary can be decent. So your first game versus the Jets, all right off the bat, you have your trap game. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers is back from his Achilles injuries. The Jets have a really tough defense and a good offense, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't really play well versus the 49ers. He's going to play off against a very tough established team, so I'm going to take the Niners here. Then you have week two versus the Vikings. Vikings really kind of suck at this point. I'm not sure who they're starting, Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy, but regardless, they're both going to struggle versus that Niners defense. The Vikings offense really isn't anything special, or their defense isn't anything special. And as long as the Niners don't let the blitz get to them, they should get an easy victory. Week three versus the Rams. The Rams are a good team. They made the playoffs last year. They have good talent, but the Niners almost always dominate the Rams, so I'm going to take the Niners here. Week 4 versus the Patriots. Patriots are kind of rebuilding this year. Drake May will struggle against that defense. They don't have enough talent, so I'm going to take the Niners. Similar story. Niners have a very easy start to the start of the schedule against the Cardinals. Cardinals, another rebuilding team. They just don't have the talent to compete with the Niners. Week 6 versus the Seahawks, definitely a trap game for the Niners. Seahawks, they haven't beaten the 49ers in a while now, but they do have a home field advantage and a short week. They did bring in some talent. They did try to shore up the secondary. Their offense, when they're on, their offense can be scary, but I don't see the 49ers falling into this trap, not right now at least. The Niners, I think there's more of an established team. Like I said, the Seahawks are going to have a new coach, so I'm going to take the Niners here. Then you have your first real test. It's going to be against the Chiefs. Chiefs are coming off a bye. They obviously have Mahomes. They have Kelsey. Their defense was really good last year and should be at least above average this year. But Niners, they are the more talented team. I think they can avenge their Super Bowl loss, so I'm going to take the Niners here. And then another very tough team, another team that's coming off a bye, the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, another team similar to the Chiefs, very talented team. They have a good defense, although their run defense is bad. It's not that good, and CMC might go wild in this game. But the Cowboys offense, they just haven't played well against the 49ers like in the last 5 years. I'm going to take the 49ers here. Okay, then you have the 49ers bye, and they're playing against the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, they played good last year, but I don't trust that Buccaneers defense at all. I feel like they lost Carlton Davis and they didn't really improve that much. Offense, I think, can put up numbers, but I think the 49ers is more well-rounded of a team, so I'm going to take the 49ers here. Then you have Week 10 versus the Seahawks, who's also coming off a bye. Like I said previously, the Seahawks, their team is not horrible, and they are bringing in a new coach, but I think the Niners are going to fall into the trap game again this year, so I'm going to take the Seahawks here. Then you have Week 12 versus the Green Bay Packers. Packers are an upstarting team. Jordan Love is good. They have a good skill position players. They brought in Josh Jacobs. Their defense is decent. The Niners, they're a more established team. They have more established talent, but I think the Green Bay having a home field advantage will give them the edge over the 49ers, so I'm going to give it to the Packers here. And the Bills, they're also coming off a bye. Wow, they have a lot of teams. They play a lot of teams coming off a bye. Bills, they are another good team. Josh Allen is wreck havoc, and another very cold game. Bills have home field advantage, and I just don't see Brock Purdy having that good of a game versus a decent Bills defense, and I think it could go to a shootout. But I'm taking the Bills here. Then you have Week 14 versus the Bears. Bears, they are getting better and better, but they still have Caleb Williams, which the Niners defense is gonna make Caleb Williams struggle, and that Bears defense, even though they did play better last year, I'm not sure how well they can contain Christian McCaffrey, so I'm taking the Niners here. Then you have the Thursday Nighter versus the Rams. It's a short week. Niners have home field advantage. The Rams don't play well against the Niners. a Niners win. Then you have week 16 versus the Dolphins. Dolphins do have home field advantage and a very, very scary offense. Last time they played though, the Dolphins didn't exactly do good. Um, However, um, I don't think that Dolphins defense is enough to stop Brock Purdy or CMC or Deebo Samuel for that matter. Their pass rush is good, but as long as Brock Purdy does not succumb to the Dolphins pass rush, I think the Niners defense will be able to do their job, and their offense will do their job as well. So I'm taking the Niners here. Then you have them versus the Lions. Lions are another upstart team. I do think Aiden Hutchinson can cause problems for Brock Purdy, especially if he lines up away from Trent Williams. That Lions defense I think improved good, but not good enough to stop Brock Purdy. But that Lions offense, I think they can get the win. So I'm taking the Lions here. Then you have them versus the Cardinals. Cardinals just aren't there yet, so I'm gonna take the Niners here. So in DNF, the Niners going 13-4, 5-1 in division, 7-2 at home, and 6-2 away.